peace. This is Tanya with Reclaiming Our Roots. Welcome back to the channel. And as you all can see, I am at my mother's garden with not good news to report. As you can see, we have a barrier up here. We have an issue with groundhogs here on my mother's property. And she is a mother of, it appears to be 3 to maybe 4 small groundhogs. And she managed to, and I'll insert a video that my sister sent me of the family. She managed to get on the top of this chair here at the time, jump into this bed. She devoured all of the green, leafy green lettuce that we had, the red variety and the green variety romaine lettuce. This wasn't here. This is a new addition because of what happened. We added these barriers here. These were closer. These 2 beds were closer. And she consumed all of the lettuce in here, the spinach. There was spinach and lettuce in this one. So we purchased these little barriers here, just this little plastic fence to put around the garden. She didn't touch, because she could have easily leapt from this bed into this bed, but she didn't touch the onions. She didn't tamper with the sweet potatoes. The tomatoes are a new addition to the garden. But yeah, so we're dealing with a groundhog issue, guys. So we purchased a cage in hopes of trapping the mother. From what I can see, the little babies that she has, they're of age to forage on their own, but they live up underneath my mother's deck to her home. It's a whole family under here. And she needs to be rehomed. So the plan is to catch mom, rehome her. The little ones don't pose a threat at this time. Once they're of age, hopefully they'll move out and move on and won't pose a threat to the garden. But that's what we're dealing with this week. I wanted to capture that and share with you all what we're going through in the garden. Update on the raised beds. My mother has decided not to have in-ground beds. She really prefers the elevated beds. So I'll bring you all along when we plant those out. I think she ordered 2 to 3 elevated beds because she likes, my mother is older, and she likes being able to come out to the garden and have things at an elevated height for her, so she doesn't have to bend down. Although she loved the thought of us constructing 4 raised beds and fencing it in. She really loved that, but this is more her speed, so we're going to give mama what she wants. So the beds will be here probably next week, and we'll plant those out. I'll share with you why she chose what she chose and what we plan on growing in those. But yeah, so the elevated beds is what we're going to be going forward with. But yeah, guys, I was distraught when my mom called me and said, do you know the groundhog ate all of the spinach and lettuce? And I was just like, oh my God, how did she get in the beds? And she explained to me, from the chair over there. So we haven't had any issues as of late. Apparently she's not into onions, nor is she into potatoes. My sister stopped by and dropped off some flowers for some pollinators to attract the pollinators, which my mom doesn't have any issues with pollinators around here. More pollinators, the better. But also to decorate the space, add a pop of color. But yeah, but since I'm here, I'll give you all an update. So that is the latest debacle here at mama's house. But as you can see, so this bed here, we haven't decided what we're going to put in it yet because we did plant the tomatoes out. My sister stopped by and she planted the tomatoes out here in the green stalk. I grew all of those for my mother. All of those were grown from seed, so I'm proud of that. Tomatoes did really well this year for me, growing from seed. I had high germination rates on all the varieties that I grew. But I'll be doing a garden tour at my house and showing you all what I've planted out and what the garden is looking like. So yeah, so we have 2 empty beds. We'll decide what we're going to put in them. They'll be full on the next garden tour. But as you can see, the sweet potatoes have taken on height. We have pepper plants. Okay, I'm back. The cell phone overheated, so let me get through this tour quickly. So as you can see, since the last video. Okay guys, my cell phone overheated again, so we'll pick up this video in the next video when my mother's elevated beds arrive, and then we'll complete the garden tour then. Until then, peace and bliss.